Good day. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. So our topic today is about XML namespaces. So what is XML? An XML namespace is a collection of names that can be used as elements or attributes. Name is an XML document. The namespace qualities elements names uniquely on the web in order to avoid a conflict between elements with the same name. The namespace is identified by some uniform resource identifier URI, either uniform resource locator URL or an uniform resource name URN, but it doesn't matter what if anything it points to. URI are used simply because they are a globality unique across the internet. So these are the example of XML, which is view a simple XML file. Note that XML viewed the same XML file with an error. View an XML CD catalog. View the corresponding CSS file. View an XML food menu. Display the food menu style with an XSLT style sheet. View a simple XML file. Note that XML parse on an XML string. See how ESP can return XML. See how PHP can return XML. So these are another example of XML. What is URL? URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. A URL is nothing more than the address of a given unique resource on the web. In theory, each valid URL points to a unique resource. Such resource can be an HTML page, a CSS document, an image, or etc. In practice, there are some exceptions that most common being a URL pointing to a resource that no longer exists or that has moved. As the resource represented by the URL and the URL itself are handled by the web server. So, another example of URL. Example number 1. Protocol HTTPS. The TLD or top level domain is .com. The domain name is the subdomain is www, which stands for World Wide Web. This is not a slash and additional text after the domain name. So this is the home or index page for this domain. Example number 2. The protocol is HTTPS. Facebook uses HTTPS, the secure version of HTTP, because you have to be a login to use it, and because they store and use a lot of your personal data and information. The TLD is .com, indicating the Facebook is probably a commercial site. It is. Sample number 3. The protocol is FTP or File Transfer Protocol. This is not used for interacting with a document and browser, but rather for uploading and downloading files. The TLD is SLX, indicating that the site is run by a college or university. The domain name is random. The subdomain is random. The host name is a random. dot web dot wavib rather dot slx. There is no output, so this is the index for the file system. Example number 4. The protocol is HTTPS. The TLD is indicating that the domain is probably run by a non-profit organization. That is not always true, but in this case, it is. Example number 5. The domain name is facebook.com. They are using the www subdomain, probably for usability reasons. Some people still expect all domain names to begin with www, even though it isn't necessary. So, thank you for listening, and God bless.